Welcome to Decker Tech. I'm Aaron Decker, and today we're going to play Across the Obelisk Madness 16. We're going to go with very accessible build. I could go with Self-Burn Corn, but that is under changes. I could go with Maluka or Nezglik, but that would require some items in the early shops that I don't want to re-roll or anything. And I could go with Andrin Tank, but I'm not as experienced with it, so I'm likelier to make mistakes since we're just recording on the fly. I'll just go with the what I'd say is the most accessible team right now for Madness 16. Madness 16 is not accessible at the moment, so the most of the not is what we're going with right now. You know what I mean? So I am going with the assumption that you've played the game enough to not need much explanation on what I'm doing. I will give you some ideas. I'm looking for armor on Magnus and sheep on Reginald is what we're going to do here. Because I would like... So if I'd gone Nezglik, I do actually have a pretty decent item here. Betty is the only affordable pet. Ocules, okay affordable, but I'm not getting as much out of it as I would with, say, Nezglik. So probably not worth it. I'm going to go one basic and then a bunch of normals, I think, because I would like a little more, a little less variety. A little, I don't see anything here I want. This Mesmeric Mirage, if we're upgraded, I'd probably take it, because 5 energy is doable, 7 is not. And to upgrade this costs too much, so I just can't afford to do it. Divine Power, if it was on Otis, I would take it. So basically, none of this is takeable, except for maybe this Urple Defend. Sure, Urple Defend. This just, what is this, 11 damage for 1 energy? That's not where I want to be spending my energy on Cornelius. Because this team comp is about Reginald's the damage, Corn is the support, Oda's the healer, Magnus the tank, right? So I could do another basic divination, but I'd rather just have more cards at this point. And considering we really didn't take anything out of the last divination, I'm not really worried about it. Now, as cool as this Fire Blast is, I might just take this Ice Lance. Because I do like upgrade Ice Lance, although 3, he should be able to do, it should be 5 chill, so it is actually a slow. Pardon me, I just started recording and I haven't set everything up correctly. That noise will go away shortly. See, even the 240 divination is giving me fairly decent cards. There's no world where that's playable. So it's Fire Blast or Ice Lance. Like, Fire Blast looks nice and all, but I'm not trying to deal damage with Corn. It vanishes, but this Ice Lance will vanish too, so honestly I'd rather just take the Ice Lance. Because the Ice Lance is giving me some value in speed manipulation. More Detoxify. This is a really good Detoxify. Purple Under Fire. Yeah, this is all good stuff. I'm not been sad with these 240s. So with this elemental ward, that means I could actually craft 3 elemental wards instead of 1, whatever the AoE one is that does insulate. So I actually think I'll take this, although the rain's not so bad. And then Smites. I don't know if I want a 3rd Smite. So Smite is also going to be changing in the near future. We'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. Probably don't want the Smite, but I took it just so that I can not make a decision now and I can make a decision later. How many healing rains is too many healing rains? Probably not that many. Like, you could probably take 5 or so without some sadness in your heart for having too many rains. At least on Otis. On Reggie, I'm going to be sad for having more. I don't think a 4th Smite is the way to go, because I'd rather have a Storm. Because a lot of this is going to go, these flashes are going to go to zeros. I'm going to put in a Holy Storm. I'm going to get 2 more Inner Fires. I'm probably going to get another Fanaticism. The fact that I have a purple Fanaticism is what's making me think about maybe taking this other Smite. It is an upgraded Smite, so if actually, even if this is just, it's better for me to take this smite, even if I cut one of my normal smites, just because 20 shards, you know, upgrading a card costs more than 20 shards. And I'm not going to keep an upgraded fast strike in my deck, so not that one. Now that I've spent all the divinations I can, I'm going to go back to the shop, make sure there's nothing I missed that's super cheap. Inner combustion would be nice if I was going self-burn. I am not. There's going to be lots of rain in this world. So we'll take the speed. And like I said, there's just a lot of these healing rains. Otis is going to have a really weird deck, and I'm not sure how happy I'm going to be about it. So upgraded Dawnlight is actually just a flash in most cases. Because a flash is base 7 damage. No, base 5 damage. So a Dawnlight is an upgraded flash, except for the fact that you're going to play Dawnlight after your smites. So it's, again, I'm going to take it just for the 20 shards being so little. But I don't think I'm going to keep it. Or I'm a lot less likely to keep that. Dirty bandages. Sure, I'm willing to do dirty bandages. Just because we'd like to eke out as much. So actually, let's go to the altar first. Get all these rains to the right rains. Detoxify is right. I'm checking all the colorful stuff first, make sure they're correct, and then going through the stuff that I know I'm going to keep. That actually might be too many, because 25, 1, 1, 2. We're going to craft a couple cards here. I might have spent too much shards on Otis. I probably should, like, no matter which order I do things in, I'm always going to make a mistake. That's just my general issue with playing this game. I know I at least want one upgraded smite. We'll see about upgrading the other ones. See, these cost 30, so just even the fact that I picked up a blue one and switched it is cheaper than upgrading one of these. Even if I cut this, I'll have made a profit. For sure keeping that. I would like to upgrade a Scroll of Intellect, but that is super expensive. Eventually a blue Intimidate might make it in my deck, but for now they're going to stay yellow. Just because combats aren't going to last long enough that I'm going to cycle back to needing a blue one. And as the vulnerable starts wearing off, Reginald's going to start getting higher bless. So until Reginald's getting to max bless and still needing vulnerable for long fights, these Intimidates are going to stay vanished just for the one extra vulnerable, because then actually, even if I go before the enemy and I put this on and this is the only vulnerable they have, they'll at least have one vulnerable for Reggie's turn. Which, like I said, this is a support Reggie scenario here. Let's put in the things I know I want. We need all manner of dispels. Ooh, I think I have too many cards to notice. Also, whatever. I'm gonna put this healing rain in. I may have made a mistake on Reggie, but I don't care enough at the moment. Problem is, the reason I don't record these very often is because I usually take my time in town a lot more than I am right now, and I just thinking and talking and explaining are all hard things to do. You know what I mean? So I wish this burned. I wish this vanished. 126 might not be worth it. Usually Cauterize has been one of my go-to cards for helping the mages kind of keep the tank clear of bleed in Act 1, because there's a lot of bleed. So I went with these 0-cost Vanishing Elemental Wards instead of the Prismatic Field, because 2 of these cost less than 1 of these, and I'd like to keep my deck kind of thin. Like, yes, it's more cards in my deck, but they're more charges. You really only need 3 of them, because since I'm going to the hatch, I'll be getting 1 insulate from the secret chamber, the potion there. So this should be all that I need, and it kind of helps me clear out all these flares and fireballs and searing touches. Although of these, I'll probably keep 2 flares. We'll see. Did I get the dispel? I got the dispels. I got the powerfuls. Next on the list is vulnerable. I need some intimidates. Howl is nice, but that's a luxury item, and I think I want a storm. Yeah. So I would like to upgrade the storm right away, but I don't know if I can afford to. And also we're going to the hatch, and that would be a good item for me to upgrade. Oh, fanaticisms. Yeah, see, we're running out of shards super fast. Also, I might not get a fanaticism on Otis, considering, look at all of that. I don't even know if I want a prayer. Did I craft too many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I crafted too many cards. Maybe I can get rid of the atonement right away. Maybe I just get rid of the atonement. Yeah, this is why I say no matter the order I do it in, I always make a mistake. I'll get back to him in a second after I clear out these cards. So, 2 Ren's no good. I normally keep 1 because I might upgrade it. And it does back or any target. Down to 2 of these each, because I don't want to be stuck with 2 in my hand at any time. I do have a purple defend, so this goes down in value. I have repair armor, so I don't need to upgrade the barricade for reinforce. So it's probably down the defend at this point. Because blocking for yourself... Fast strike can do a lot in certain situations. It's between defend, fast strike, and rend. It's trying to get the right balance as you're going down. But I think with these intimidates, I'll keep the rend. Like my average cost. So if you have 15 cards, assume 10 energy for the first 3 rounds, because you start with 4 and then you get 3 per round. Or you start with 1 and then 3 per round, so 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to have 1 extra energy. Oh, sorry. Plus enrage. So I have 2 extra energy. So Magnus is going to end up with extra energy on average. But he should be able to always cast his cards. Heatwave and inner combustions are coming out because there's a lot of rain in this world. I didn't upgrade the scroll speed. Maybe I should. Fireballs are coming out because they are expensive and not what we want to do. Flare come down, so I still need to put a bunch more into Cornelius. I don't want to be casting these like neither of them are enjoyable to cast, so I'll probably go down on 1 of each of these. So I'll probably put in 2 more ice lances. Otis, I have way too many good cards. All those rains might be a problem. Something about Africa and rains. Absolutely yes. Yes. Maybe not. Maybe too many. Absolutely. I actually probably need to craft 1 more courage because I want courage for the tree boss. I would like to have courage on everyone, but at least on half the team is required. This Dispel Magic needs to be upgraded. Non-vanish cards, I currently only have 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to cut 1 of them. So... yeah, I crafted too many... I upgraded too many cards. I should have cut some of these. So, Atonement go by. Sacred Bolt go by. I'll put in the prayer and cut a Healing Rain or a Barrier, which is wasted shards on my part. I didn't check this Dawnlight. Yeah, this is the Dawnlight that I want. Sorry, also having breathing issues today, which is... another reason we don't always record these. Got the storm, goodbye barriers. First to cut heals, second to cut barriers. Those are cards you never want to see. Yeah, see, crafting these rains might have been a mistake because I might not keep all of them. Or maybe it's this Dawnlight. This Dawnlight really is not as good as it is advertised to be. So base 5, base, give or take 5 or less. Because the inner fires in their current form, these will get, I think these are getting changed in the upcoming patch. But I think what they're going to do is just vanish, so they'll still be good for me. Divine Grace is good in the early acts just because it is a good source of bless. Usually I'd like my bless to have damage with it as well. So, cycling through my deck the first time, I'll have 10 plus 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'll have 15 total. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I should be able to get through my deck and cast every spell right now. So I don't necessarily need to cut any smites. I'll upgrade this smite and cut a rain. Is where we're at. So I crafted one too many rains on both of my healers, which is unfortunate. We'll do the free upgrade here. I think I wanted a prayer. Here is where I wanted. And I said I was going to cut a rain. Yeah, just too many rains. It's sad. And then I need some vanish cards for Cornelius. I can vanish. Upgraded and available. So I think we're doing ice lance. Yeah. Just add a couple ice lances in here. Cut one of each of these. Because if I can't do a Searing Touch, I'd like the option for Flare, but Searing Touches are stronger damage per energy, right? So they're even doing more burn. So Searing Touches are stronger than Flares. I would like to upgrade the Scroll of Intellect, and I might, considering I have enough shards to do so. The problem is this Holy Storm is more important to upgrade. But if we go here, we check this. So this costs 210 to upgrade. This costs 210. So maybe, but I probably won't keep. I might not keep 2 Fanaticism in my deck going forward, where I will keep the Storm for sure. I'm just trying to be efficient with my upgrades at the free altar, but I think it's okay to not upgrade this and to just upgrade this for the first couple of fights to be quicker and better. And I'll probably go Bless Storm over Sanctify Storm. We'll find out in a second. If I need more energy, I could upgrade these Repair Armors to zeros, but I think I'm fine on Magnus energy-wise. And yeah, what do I want to spend shards on? This is normally where I'd save. I'd walk away for about an hour and then come back and be like, okay, I remember what my mistake is. Because the odds are I'm forgetting something. I just don't know what it is. I would like to add something a little better to Cornelius, but I'm super low on the energy spending on Cornelius, which is a problem right now. I would like to add, so I guess I could add Ember Swords. That's not going to increase my energy because I just replaced the Searing Touch. I can't do a Scorching Ray because that's too expensive for first town, like rarity-wise. Later there's going to be Combustions. There are no cantrips that are worth crafting. And yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm 3 energy lower than I should be. If I'm trying to get a balanced deck. So Curse of Exhaustions, that's what I'm missing. Normally I'd have Curses of Exhaustions in here. That's what I should have crafted instead of these Ice Lances. I'm a dum-dum. Maybe I'll do a Curse and cut the speed. Or I'll just hope to luck into a good draw for Cornelius, because I mean Ember Storms is a good option. Or I could just upgrade this Holy Storm. Let's just upgrade the Holy Storm. Thinking about it too long. I did the things. Yeehaw! So I haven't looked at the map. I don't have anything exciting. Just gonna go to the hatch. Ooh, wow, things I can't have. The reason we're going to the hatch is because Cornelius does good things there. So I've got not enough to do everything. Bacon, I would like to get some damage on him before he puts up his shenanigans. Sheep hit front monster a lot. Pigs hit front monster a lot. Corn is going to be random monster. That's for deciding where to block on Magnus. And if I don't dispel Magnus, I'm not going to have block for next turn, so it's going to be relying on Otis for the helpfulness here. Delicious Scent. I don't want to hit this unless I'm hitting it really well. So I'm looking at turn order for next turn. I didn't get any Howls, so I don't have slow on anyone. and I would like to get something slower than my team, but that's not going to happen. Sheep is the weakest to fire. I'm not going to Searing Touch the piggy, and all the cards go to Reggie. Nothing wrong with a little rain. Courage on the fanaticism users, so that they don't hurt themselves as hard. And then, like I said, most of these hit front monsters, so we'll do a little bit here, here, and here. So everyone's pretty even on shield now. So I'm supposed to hurt myself before I bless myself. Bless myself. 9 energy. I could try killing this guy. I don't know if I want to buff the whole enemy team yet. So let's just kill the corn cob. By kill it, I mean get really close. I wish I had put a little burn on. Well, burn doesn't hit this guy very hard because you see 79 fire resist in the top left there. Also, he just got healed by piggies. So I put these barriers on these two. Oh, there. At least I used one. I was like, it was just wasted, but I finally got there. Those that'll be burning. Get that. Who would I like to slow down? So corn cob is hopefully dead soon. Sheepy, let's slow the sheepy down again. And just burn the sheepy. Because high fire resists, not high fire resists. So all the fire damage is going there. Speed. I think we want Reggie to go fast. Otis doesn't have anything to buff Reginald right now. So usually I would make sure Otis is going first. But that's not the case right now. That, for some reason I thought I killed that with the thing. I wasn't looking at the math apparently. We'll kill the sheep. There's no guarantee that Magnus will slow him down. And I'm not like, I don't think I'm going to be losing a turn in my kill order with doing it differently. Like I'm still going to be to the good. As much vulnerable on front guy as possible because he has the most armor, and these intercepts don't do anything because he was last to go. So that's a mistake I fall into a lot, is doing the Magnus turn as if he's not last when he's last. Repair armor, sure, get some mark off. Yes, piggies, heal yourselves. Let's see if Reggie can actually kill them all. Yeah, go sheepy. 20 bless. Big deal. Soon to be 10 powerful, maybe. Fanaticism does not give me a new spell, so it's just Storm and Flash. I unfortunately did not heal to full because I did not have Sanctify on a final target. So you want to make sure one of your last targets actually has the Sanctify. So the Corrupt Intercept is obviously better than my other Intercept. That isn't always a reason to pick it. Just because it's better than what you have in your deck is not always a reason to pick it, because if it's better than the worst card in your deck, then you're not really making any headway because you're just adding another card in. So when you add a card, you want it to be better than half the cards in your deck, or in the case of me having 15 cards, I could do like the bottom third of my deck. So I like this better than this defend, these two intercepts, and maybe the Rend. So I'm willing to put it into my deck now, just because it gives me something to remove if I have the option to remove a card. But usually you're not going to have the chance to remove a card until the next town, so if you're going to cut this in the next town, don't add it now. Is kind of the basic philosophy I go with. If this was upgraded, sure, but it's not. Clarity ain't bad, but it's not better than anything in my deck. Prayer Protection is on the wrong person, and I don't need any more Holy Smites. I will unsummon the Imp. So for score and or experience, the more combats, the better. Experience helps you level up faster. Leveling up faster makes you more tanky in survival and win, and yes. So I need to put shield on people that are going to hurt themselves. So that's either going to be, I don't think Otis even has, he doesn't even have fanaticism. So Reggie is the only one hurting himself. This for anyone that needs fire resist. Corn cobs are going to be random. Fastest in front, yep, doesn't really matter. And I don't need to slow either of these down anymore, so I'll just hit the one that's more vulnerable. The rain's down in Africa. I'm looking for shield for next turn. Magnus is looking like he'll be fastest. Oh, I lied. Shackle. I know he's not going to be fastest. I should have shielded Magnus. It's fine. Mistakes are always made. 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough. So I can smite twice or smite storm. So I will smite storm. Will this storm kill the front guy? 20 something plus this? No. So I got to do this and this. Because if you can kill someone, that is best. Unless killing them prevents you from evenly damaging everyone. So like if I had more AoE, it might have been better to spread it out, but since there's only 2 targets and I know I can destroy all these targets, it's not a big deal. So Fiery Shield could get the axe too, but it goes pretty well with Mark, which Magnus has a little bit of in the Intimidates. Hopefully you can see that none of those were viable. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will be sure to answer in the comments. So this is where I was saying I went to a 16 card so I can remove something. Removing 2 cards. The question is, am I trying to go for points or am I trying to go for a clear? This does look fairly doable. The decay means I'm going to fall behind a bit. The next fight is in the hatch with 3 piggies that are non-elites. So that means it's okay for me to take a little bit of damage. I don't think this will kill me. I'll just be super weak afterwards and I could heal up afterwards. Problem is this is Bob. So most annoying monster ever in Act 1. So just for... Like normally if I were playing by myself and I could take more time to think through things and like reload more often if I made a mistake, I would take this. But I just don't care to spend the extra time doing so right now. Maybe I'll make another video later and actually kind of walk through those a little more. But I mean, even then, like, look, Magnus is dipping so low without the +2 damage to everyone. And Sheepy does a multi-hit. Bob does an AoE hit. This is a multi-hit. So Magnus would be about a good 12 points lower than he is right now. It's just, yeah. It's fair that I didn't take it, but maybe I should have just to show how to deal through it. Courage on Mr. I want to hurt myself. What do I want to do here? So, heal up Mr. I want to hurt myself, but normally I don't want to heal Reggie too much because Reggie can take care of himself. It's usually Frontline that has issues. I would like to do Otis a little, but... And Magnus is going after the enemies, so any block is not useful, but the Reinforce is. I had Reinforce purged off me, so I will reapply it. Or maybe I just can't look on... Yeah, I think it got purged off. These Intimidates are going to go on Bob, so it doesn't matter if I do it before the slice or whatever. So these Barricade, the only thing that would help is if Reggie's going to hurt himself. Yeah, let's do it. Just because I know Reggie's going to hurt himself. So I know I put the vulnerables on Bob because I want to kill Bob, but I have a chance to actually kill the spider this round. So I didn't want to waste the vulnerables on the spider, but I'm going to damage the spider. I know that might sound a little counterintuitive, but spider's dead without the vulnerables, and this vulnerable is going to have a better impact on a higher health pool. If that makes any sense. Like this damage per vulnerable stack is better on a higher health point target. Or a high resist target. Who needs fire resist or just who needs shield in general? Otis had no shield, so I gave Otis some shield. Yep, and he used it already, so good looking out there, Cornelius. And then I just want to make sure I end this combat with as much health as possible. So I have 2 sets of reinforce here I can apply. No one does physical damage to the back lines. Actually, maybe, I think Bob's, yeah, this is physical. Okay. So I do want reinforce on folks. Only important to detoxify, sure. And also the barrier on detoxify, you can get a lot of value of. Don't underestimate that. And then let's just try to catch up on healing on Otis. So yeah. See, like I said, if I'd taken the Corruptor, I'd be dipped a little more. And it's not that I think I would have died, it's just that I don't want to, like, I just have to play a lot more careful, which while recording is not my favorite thing to do. It's a lot less boring to watch me be careful than to me be carefree. What's the word for... So I want to slow these down. I should have hit the sheep. Because if I'd hit the sheep twice, the sheep would be behind Otis and Reginald, and the sheep would not have a turn. Now I gave the sheep a turn unless... Yeah, I gave the sheep a turn when I didn't need to. So let's just block up Magnus some. Magnus is going to go before sheep, so it'll be fine. Yeah. So that was dumb of me to have done that. And then let's just give some block here, some reinforce here. Yeah, I mean, because I've already used all my slows. I guess I could give scrolls to Otis to make sure he heals a little more, because I think Reggie's got this without any issues. So I could catch up on healing, or I could kill the enemies before they take a turn. I'll just catch up on healing. And I did not... There we go. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to get through the block that's there. And then, of course, I gave him a turn, so now he has higher hit points, so hopefully that doesn't bite me in the butt. It does not look like I will be punished. Also, rage damage. Yes, it looks fantastic and amazing, but remember, okay, so this is the thing with the healing rain I was talking about. So healing rain, yes, it's better than the healing rains in my deck. But the 2 worst cards in my deck are the healing rains. So I do not want this healing rain. Like, unless I was taking the Corruptor and I knew I was removing the cards the moment I picked this up, I do not want this. Because it's just a dead card in my hand. Because it's the 3rd worst card in my deck. So it's better than something in my deck, so yes, it's an upgrade. But it's not an upgrade because it's adding a card to my deck. So if I got to replace it right away, sure. But I'm not. Holy Storm would be nice on Otis if I were going a different direction. And yes. Into the hatch. No, I'm not going through the options. You have the chance to explore those on your own. And so this fight right here, because it's a story fight, like you click story options to get it, and it's not a random combat, means there's no elite in it. And since there's no elite in it, it means it's what I deem a healing fight. It's a fight where, so hold on, reinforce. It's a fight where I'm going to catch up on my health totals. I should end this fight with more hit points than I started the fight, because they're not as threatening as the elites. I could slow some things down. I need to slow this one down, so that's the front guy. This one, I don't think I can slow it down enough to make a difference, so I'll just slow down the front guy again, and the front guy again. So that the speed differential lasts longer, is why I kept hitting that guy. So this shield warding, why did I not upgrade it? See, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. This is not a good shield warding. This is a good shield warding. Just trying to catch up on healing. I might as well block something. I think these guys have a chance to hit everyone, so we'll give you a little bit of block and barrier. Block and shield. Let's go drawing. As I was saying, trying to say earlier, so Reggie is the focus of this group. Does not mean Reggie is super overpowered. Just means that he is the strongest one on my team damage-wise, because the team is built around him. I could do the same thing with many other heroes. Varying degrees of success, partially because of skill, partially because of experience. So I'm just running with I have experience of. I do have experience of. I know how to play. That's what the combination there was. And who needs vulnerable? That has lots of vulnerables, so we're going to throw some here. Because it's going to have more impact here to even things out. And, yeah. Just need to catch up on Magnus on some health, and we are set to kill everything. And Magnus is already at full health. Well, maybe not full health, but really close to it. Because that vitality is taken off the top. So I don't have anything that the fanaticism is going to help. But I don't think I'm going to kill them. So we're unfortunately going to go to the booger zone. That's unfortunate. And it's because of that healing rain. Like if that healing rain were a flash or something else. So I don't think I'm going to get it low enough that this fire kills it. Yeah, maybe it is. Barely. So it really does not matter what I do here because I'm just trying to get to Reggie's turn to slap it a pig. I don't know why I'm still pressing cards on this person. Meow. Lightning from the sky. Upgraded Shake It Off is not so bad. Did they change this recently? Look at that. Nope. You don't, it's just you don't discard at random, right? You always play Shake It Off last, like 9 times out of 10, it doesn't matter that you discard a card. So I do like to be able to switch it. We're going to go to the altar, but it's going to be a free altar. So this does save me some shards because I'm going to, when I leave the hatch, I'm going to flip it. But I don't have a way to remove this one, and I don't think I want 2 in my deck. It's not the worst. It's just the Belfir fight is one of the stronger, like one of the harder fights here upcoming, and I don't want to be weaker for the Belfir fight. +1 damage and powerful. Oof, 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 oof. Just remove a card for Magnus, so let's just remove the defend. Spider and Bob again, so same conversation as last time. Watering and purge. There, good. I'm glad the purge is out of the way because I don't like getting purged. Alright, so Magnus is going last. Yay, Magnus. Who can I slow down effectively? Maybe Bob, because if I get a howl off on Bob, that makes it 13. So 12, 11. So if I get a howl off, that's good. And then Magnus, if he gets 8 more speed, is 18. So slow down the spider. So if I dispel the speed on Magnus and I get a howl on the enemy team, we should be in good spots. Don't want to take as much burn damage. And I could speed up Magnus before the rest of these guys right now, but I don't know if that does anything. Like I said, Otis isn't... Sometimes Otis deck has cards to help Reggie, but right now that's not the case. So if you've seen any of my Reggie's videos, and it's in this case, might still be able to kill the spider. Yeah, let's kill the spider. If you've seen my Reggie videos before, you know the mantras I say to myself in my head, but maybe I'll say some of them out loud of the what order I cast cards and why. So maybe I'll do that next couple of times to get you used to it. Oh, so that did nothing. That was a waste of energy. Reinforce is the only thing that matters here. And I guess that's just on myself, because I got purged off by Bob. And there's that howl. So everything worked out as exactly as I planned it. Immune to vulnerable. It's not annoying. So I probably should have checked who had higher holy resists, but I guessed correctly with my non-thinking brain. Shielding Otis, just because if random hits hit anyone, Otis is the one most susceptible to it because taking damage. So that when I go to heal on Otis, the blanket heal puts everyone off to a good number here. 30 damage. Yeah, it's fine. Didn't quite heal it up all on his own, but it's fine. And Bob. If I had this courage on Reggie before the fanaticisms, wouldn't have hurt himself nearly as bad. There, and then who needs shield in case you get slow for some reason? I don't think this man will slow you in. Yeah, it'd have to hit the same target twice to do it, but we are in decay range, and Piggy did get sped up. I forgot about that. Immune. The mark is nice and all, but the vulnerable is the strongest part of that card, so that's why I did it the way I did it. Piggy still, these guys still have a turn, so we'll do Magnus. I say these guys, I meant back to it only apparently. Have some cards, Reggie. I would like to slow this down, but I'm not going to slow it down enough. But it's still the higher damage of the two, so I'll do it. And yeah. I'd like some buffer up front. I have a Dispel, I get rid of the decay. I think that's worth it. Because I'd like to catch up on healing because we're about to end this fight. Maybe not this turn, but definitely in the near future. Ta-da! So goal over there was to cast the Bless spells first. Do the single targets before the AoEs because Blessing affects AoE more than otherwise. So this Shield of Warding is a crappy card. Is this barrier better than half my deck? Probably. So is it worth taking? Probably. Same thing with this Holy Smite. I would like some more Ember Storms. I don't have any yet. Not upgraded, but it's okay. Alter Cornelius does it for free, and I get these upgrades that I said. So Holy Storm would have been upgraded, but we've already upgraded it. Still do the Fanaticism. We'll do the Dispel. Dispel is more important than Prayer, even though Prayer costs more. Scroll of Intellect. And again, Dispel, because it's the most important thing you can do. The Rend is normally what I do at this point, but it's safer to definitely do. So this is... Why did it do it in this order? Why? It just does a random order. That's weird. Draw, Dispel Fire, and Insulate. Which is why I said I can get away with 3 Insulate buffs instead of 4. I would like to start with some powerful... So there's 2 arguments here between Torch and the Chancellor's Staff. The thing about the Chancellor's Staff is it applies the burn at the beginning of the fight, which can help for stacking debuffs on monsters that dispel themselves, like Yilner. So just because I know the tree is a problem right now, I'm going to keep the Chancellor's Staff. Normally I'd upgrade to the Torch, but I think the staff just... I want to get one more debuff on the tree so that when Magnus goes to intimidate the tree, the vulnerable is the 4th debuff on them, so that the first 3 that fall off, I still have vulnerable stacks on the tree. So it's a very minutia thing, but it is important. Silver ring on Magnus might be worth it, just because the more you live, the better. And 35 gold is just nothing, right? So it's why I want the ring on which one of these two. It's because I know I'm going to get the Forest Crown on Magnus eventually, or I'm going to hope for the Forest Crown on Magnus. So I think this is the... It's going to stay the longest on Cornelius, even though it's probably better on Magnus. I would like to fight. Who am I killing first? And I can repair armor and defend, or I can rend. I'll probably repair armor and defend because these guys do a lot of damage. Front guy's probably the most vulnerable just because of the Sanctify stacks. I normally kill the back chicks because of imp spawning. We'll just go with one of the back chicks. And I want someone to have reinforce, and I want to defend myself. Because these guys will do front, or they will do middle attacks. Yep, there's a javelin. Bam! Nailed it. Perfect. Couldn't have gone better if I planned it. Problem with burning these front guys is they turn into shields, so might be a problem. Let's slow down the one I'm killing. So my eyes are going to this top row a lot when I'm making decisions on Cornelius' turn. Who needs buffer? I can buffer the vulnerable off of hurting myself, but it might get hit by the fire from inner fires. Or I could just buffer flame that I get a lot, so we'll just buffer the flame. Because there's less chance to miss with that setup. Courage, so you don't hurt yourself as much. And then who needs shield for next turn? Either of these middle two. Maybe honestly even Magnus, but we'll go with the middle two. And let's see if I can try to kill her this round. There's a chance. There's always a chance. 8. I want to maximize Bless, so it's a Smite and Storm. Smites are a little more energy. Well, actually I lied. I think they're the same efficiency. 4 for 4 and 3 for 3. Yeah, so it doesn't. Oops, sorry, clicked too fast. Reinforce on right there. Block-wise, we're fairly even. Just the back two to go. Fireball is middle. So let's give Cornelius a little love and nothing to shake off. Who needs insulate? You're going to get it yourself by drawing it, so it's one of these middle two. Let's just go with me. I like to just only spend 1 flash on this instead of 2. Courage, I don't fanaticism. So now I'm just looking at the shield values on everyone. Also, this shoulder warding sucks. Sucks so bad. Let's just put it back here for the fanaticisms that are coming up. I say fanaticisms that are coming up. I guess there's only one left. Sometimes your draw order really is not ideal. So bless myself. And slap at the bad guys. Some fights are more trivial for different DPS. Like Reggie doesn't run into wholly resistant targets until Act 3, or at least green biome in Act 4. Cornelius runs into fire resist fairly early in his career. Yeah, there, and she does AoEs and middles. There's an AoE, there's a middle. You eventually get used to what cards are likely to occur on the bad guys. I want to slow one of these down. The one that's more likely to live is actually this one, because of extra vulnerable stacks. And because Cornelius is going to light the other one on fire. I maybe should have given Otis a turn just to heal up this itsy bitsy that we got going on with Magnus, but I actually just kind of want a faster fight. Like, the game goes on long enough that the shorter I can make this video, the better, yeah? So this Ice Lance, yes, I'm playing 4 copies of it. I'm not going to grab another because it's only better than these 2 Searing Touches. Well, and the Flares. I guess it's better than the Flares. Maybe it's not better than the Flares. The Flares are my only energy dump right now. Really, it's just watering down my best cards. My best cards are the scrolls. So I don't want to water down the deck anymore. And I do not. I almost always click on this, and I don't want, like, I always hover it, and it's not the option I want if I'm going to fight this dude. Rage. I did not get a slow, so he'll take his turn. He'll do a Bouncy Embers, and I guess I could just show you. Bouncy Embers and Summons. So this is here, here, and then it could go either way, and then it could go either way. So Cornelius is most likely to take another hit, so you block Cornelius. Yep. Insulate, I need to start passing it around. Slow down. Who do I want to slow down? I can't slow down this enough to be behind Magnus. If I had 3 Ice Lances, I would. It was better to do the Flare before that. I just was distracted. So I think I'll just slow down Belfier just to start stack some damage on Belfier. If I had a Curse of Exhaustion, I could have dispelled this and slowed it down enough. But I, alas, did not craft those because I is dumb and forgot something. So I could heal Magnus again, but I really need to spread out some shield. So I'm going to hit someone else with some shield. And nothing to dispel. Draw cards. Hurt myself before I bless myself. Oof, that's a lot of damage. This is why I thought about putting shields on Reggie, but he should be fine. Magnus got slowed behind Belfier. If we lose Reggie here, I don't think we will, but oof. Okay, yeah. Because I fanaticised myself twice. Like, I put a lot of vulnerable on myself and I didn't shield myself. So, I mean, I saw that mistake coming as I was doing it. Argument could have been I put the second block on myself, but I didn't really matter much. So, just because we know the future, no, I'm not gonna. I need to keep the insulate spread out. I don't have enough insulate buffs for everyone, so we're just going to instead put this one here because that also has block that I'll use this turn, which is what I should have done to begin with, because I knew fanaticisms and interfires exist, which are both things that this boss. So I want to do this one before this one. I don't know if I did that last time, but because they have different values of vulnerable and different values of damage. So maybe the math is wrong the other way. I don't know. Immune to wet, but healing rain still gets past it. So the reason I normally upgrade this Ren is so I can hit Belfier this fight. But alas, that is not going to be the case right now. And like we said, Magnus has way over max energy right now. So I think it's okay to spend energy on stuff that might not matter. So speed manipulation turn. I'm looking up top. So if I speed up Magnus, he might get slowed down by one of these imps. But if I hit this imp, then Magnus just got moved up 2 slots. Healing rain, yes please. Who do I need a buffer? Probably dude in the back. Dude in the back that's going to get some courage so he doesn't kill himself. He's already done both fanaticisms, but just good habit to be in. Buffer, buffer. Who needs the buffer? Probably the one with the vulnerable. No one else has fanaticism. Courage don't matter. This man might use some block. This man needs some healing, but he should heal himself the rest of the way. So now I just want to spread out the shield. Magnus is going first, so let's put the shields on these other two. Dispelling the vulnerable would be nice. Rain. Bless. Bless. And I might blow up this imp. Yeah, give him the chance to kill this imp. I don't want this imp to explode, because on turn 3, that imp does an AoE of massive proportions. Stressful Flames means I don't get cards this turn. I don't need Reinforce. Who needs block this round? Fireball is middle hero. Piggy. Yeah, fight fire with fire. So I do get like a 30% heal. So if I can end the round the fight this turn, great. I don't think I will, but especially because I'm drawing it less cards. So the question is whether I hit this. What's Reggie drawing? Smite, smite, and maybe something else. Because this kills the imp. So let's just do that. That's just safe. Who wants barrier? You want barrier. Yes, you do. Just trying to even out the healing. Psh. Okay. Wasted Ice Lance. This inner fire is 3 more powerful, but this flash is 1 more hit. I don't know the math here. I think the flash is going to be way better. Although the powerful will affect next turn, I will just go with the flash. So we made it to great. We did not make it to excellent. At least I'm pretty sure he's dead this round. I get that feeling. Who's got high stacks of burning? Let's save the pig. Give some insulate. You have insulate. Now we all have insulate. A couple turns too late there, Cornelius. But, you know, better late than never. So, if I were to go a second round, the correct answer I think is here. +6. This puts him in front of Belfier. But as you can see, we're not going another round. Every good DPS has their scaling mechanic, and Reggie's is Bless. So until you're getting up to max Bless, he just gets stronger every turn, and then once you're at max Bless, you have to find other ways to... Corrupt Impale is pretty good. The problem is it's front monster, but it is 4 vulnerable, but it's front monster. So it's better than Rend. But as I've been saying, just because it's better than something in your deck doesn't mean you want it. Intimidates, do I have too many? So in the next town, I'll be cutting Rend, I'll be cutting a Defend, so I need to add 1 more card for sure. I want to cut the Intercepts, 2, 3, so I wouldn't mind another Intimidate, but I'd rather just... You can have too many Intimidates. It is possible, and we're at 4, so 5 might be a bad number. But it's probably better than the Impale, because Bleed is going to be negligible damage compared to my main DPS. So we'll get the Intimidate. And these decisions don't matter as much on lower difficulty where you have more access to resources, but I have a low amount of resources. So support Cornelius goes Hellflame in case there's any issue there. These both kind of suck. for Reggie, and I don't want to pick it, but I will. I don't think anything here is worth picking up. Just taking a look in a book. Maybe the evasion on Cornelius. Just because it's some armor for 37. So I do have soldier training. So if I want that, I have to go up. This is a good node. This is a good node. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I was caring about score, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like either way, it's the same path. It's whether or not I want a combat and soldier training, or if I want the altar. I don't think I need the altar. I have most everything upgraded. Yeah, we're pretty good on the altar. Normally I don't have this much stuff upgraded, but I did a lot of upgrades in town that I don't normally do. So I think we'll just go to the combat, and the combat does not look that scary. Is that double wolf? I can't tell if those are the mystics or the assassins. Tabula rasa, no thank you. Even though prayer protection looks nice. Because I can't guarantee killing the tabula rasa every round. Immune to sight. So these are the mystics. Crap. I was hoping for the assassins. So this is an assassin, so we're going to put some reinforce on the back line. Trunky also hits the front too, so reinforce here would have been okay. Intimidate. I'm going to kill, I think, number 3. And then, yeah, it's probably just healing. But if these do damage, they're going to be hitting everyone, and it's going to be purge. So I don't know if it really matters where I put this block. Maybe I should have put some more on Reggie. But when in doubt, just even it out. Yeah, usually it's nice when they're on the same page, because then you can expect to get... Like, I don't want them to alternate their skills when there's 2 of the same thing, because then it's just more dangerous for me. Unwavering Faith is nice to keep when you have, what's it called? The AoE block, but I'll use it when I just have single targets, that's fine. I said I'm going for this one. Problem is they're all going to get a turn before me. Okay, so I have to be super careful for this next turn. Mystics are going to AoE. This guy's going to backline. Backline's fairly well protected. So I think it's Otis that's in danger. Still putting cards to Reggie because we're not... Like, the only time I put cards not on Reggie is if I think a card to Otis will keep someone alive or something like that. And I can't slow any of these down enough to go behind these folks. Piddling damage, piddling. Yep, assassin at the back line, as expected. Trunky at the front line, as expected. Here comes the purges. I have enough buffs on Reggie that... Yeah. I don't even know what he had that he purged. Reinforced and something else. This is why having your damage dealer go last sometimes helps, especially if it's someone that relies on a buff like Fury or Bless. Is just gives you a chance for your team to put all these little buffs on them and be like, hey, protect, keep it secret, keep it safe. Get rid of the shackle. And we're in business. Intimidates! Give him the lazy eye. So I could drop it on Trevor here. But I think I want to kill both the Mystics this round. Maybe I just dump it on Trevor. Going with my instincts. Eight. 9, 10. Bless, rain, smite, smite. Oh. Look what I didn't do right. Maybe I should have actually, you know, done Hellflame. There we go. Slow down. I have reinforced, but I also don't have much block. So every card has its use cases that you're looking for. So everyone's going slower than Reggie, so that's fine. We'll still hit Trunky just to make sure that next turn he's going slower than us too. When some of these buffs, actually that's not true because this slow is going to fade. I'm aiming for Trunky with Cornelius because we're in the negative fire resists, so that's the most efficient place for me to put damage. 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just to get the Divine Retribution out of my deck is reason to do it, and or this assassin might hit me. 60, 41, yeah. 80 something. I think we're just here. Plus this. Yeah, we're golden. We hit that critical mass of bless that things start dying. Or Act 1 things start dying. Yes, Ember Storm. Because flares and Searing Touches. I could use another Infused Courage, except for the fact that I have Unwavering Faith, so Infused Courages are now not good. And Purple Flash, yes please. 0 cost draw card. 1,000 gold is not worth it for this on everyone. A boon, who needs the boon right now? I think Reggie always wants boons. Because I just like to have a thinner, I'd like to have a more consistent Reggie deck. I could do it on Cornelius just because he's got so much garbage in his deck. And I could do it on Magnus just because it removes slows. But I think Reggie is the one to do it. Because it's just, I just want a cantrip. I just want a boon in the deck. And I am over on cards, so we will come remove one. And even if this was a fail, I'd still be able to remove a card. So that's, I just came here to remove a card. I think we said it's this defend. Because the intercepts can be cast anywhere. So even though they're a lot less block, they're like half the block, I'd still rather targeted block over just me block. The reason this defend is nice is because it's got the reinforce. And it's a hefty amount of block. It's more than double. Yeah. And the Rend is still something up energy too. Searing Touches or Flare, which one have I been happier with? Probably the Flare for the next couple of fights because I need to hit the back line. Man, Otis, you're just a bunch of garbage here, aren't you? So now that I have, like I said, Unwavering Faith, the Infused Courages go down a lot in value. Like, Healing Rains, there's an argument between which one of these is better. Healing Rain, the longer the fight goes on, the better. Also, Fire Biome, the stronger is better. But I might have too many Healing Rains right now. Like, I'm going to regret having those Rains. I'm 100% sure. And I think the worst cards here are Rains. Because everything else is a Holy Spell, Energy, or it's this Divine Retribution. Like, is it sad that I want to get rid of Divine Retribution over Healing Rain? Divine Retribution. Alright, so Celsius and or his Act 1 counterpart or Dryad. Both of these are annoying, I think. And they both have Mystics. By the way, this preview is fantastic. I think I'd rather deal with the Dryad. Dryad dispels. I don't think she purges. They both have a purger. This is just a lot of frontline damage. A lot of frontline damage. $10 resist would slow me down. Do I want shards? Just for the sake of a speedy video, I'm tempted to say no to this. I'm not doing reinforced, but this $10 resist will slow down Reggie a lot. By a lot, I mean a noticeable amount. So for time's sake, I'm going to do this, and like I said, frontline damage. So, and I still want the Mystic dead before the Celsius, or the, sorry, Julius. Fire resist, yes please. Who else does he hit? He'll hit a random person. You have the lowest fire resist. So who do I need to slow down? Everyone's pretty good, so it's Julius. Extra cards here, and pew, pew. Ooh, yeah, good shots. Nothing to dispel. Courage on the person that's going to hurt himself. And the purple barrier has block on it, so we're doing it to Reggie because Reggie's going to hurt himself. All of the best damage dealers hurt themselves. Grookly, Cornelius, Reggie. It's a trend. So what's the right answer? I'm pretty sure it's like, so I'm doing more damage after I have vulnerable stacks, or it's more vulnerable stacks but less damage. Maybe the answer is this way. What's this? I think the answer might be fanaticism. Well, because sorry, it's something I wish I knew before this moment. I will do the math later. It's not math I can do in my head right now. I should have drawn before I did anything much else. Okay, still killed the... No shaman for you! And I need to put as much block on the front line as possible because there is Pyroblast available even in Act 1, I think. I think there's Heat Transfer and Fiery Shield. But maybe there's not a Pyroblast. Heat Wave, there's the Pyroblast. Maybe there's no Heat Transfer and Fire Shield. It's like, I thought it was like one or the other. So I just want to hit things that aren't immune to fire. Cool. These two are shackled. I'm probably going to dispel Reggie if I have the chance to. I do not. Trunky's hit frontline. There we be. Or everyone. Sure. That too. And we're just intimidating the back line because it has the most hit points, so that's the most effective use of my time. My vulnerable. My shield kraken. Crackalacken. You just need to die. So, wearing great, not excellent, but it is what it is. I don't want any of this. I know him. He served under me in the wolf. Blah, blah, blah. Glare. Distraction. I don't know what he does. He does stuff like that. Alright, so in this fight, he's going to hit everyone. And then the next turn, he's going to slow everyone and hit front line. And then on the third turn, he's going to hit the lowest health target. I kind of want that to be Cornelius because he's got this... Oh, he's going to evade anyway. He's going to hit break the evasion. But I want to put this Wolf Guard on whoever I think will be the lowest health on turn 3. I know it's really hard to think that far out, but I could basically guarantee it on one of these two. So let's go. We'll make Otis the bait. Everyone loves Otis bait. Also, Otis, I think, had higher blunt resist or sharp resist, slash resist. I can't speak. This is why I slow this man down. And I want to play the one with the most burn and the least amount of damage first because that'll amplify the damage of the second one more. Also, why is he so weak and about to die? I am confused. So I want to put Cornelius' health higher. And I want to put buffer on someone that I don't want to bleed this round. And then I want to barrier up Everyone that doesn't self-heal. You're gonna get blocked this round, so you're fine. So hurt yourself before you bless yourself, because bless increases the damage done to yourself. I think that Hellflame turn 1 did a lot of damage. That's pretty sweet. So yeah, see, Otis has the least amount of health right now, so that's where we want to be. Do the things that don't have targeting first, and then see where you're at. Reinforce. Just in case Reggie gets hit, I want to make sure that he does not die. I guess we could put it on everyone. Everyone has reinforce. Oh, he did it turn 2. Apparently I haven't been playing this enough recently, or I forgot that there was a change to that. Either way, I think we're fine. Who do I want to speed up? Magnus? Got him in front of the shaman, but nothing else. No one takes... This guy might do some elemental damage, but it's unlikely. Detox myself. Thank you. Courage. He already has courage. So let's just heal myself to catch up on healing. Because there's not healing after this fight, but I could heal on the tree fight, right before the tree. So I have another card draw here, but I want to do it after the bless. 7, 8, 9. I should flash. I should flash. What could I draw? A fanaticism? Whoop, almost in the wrong order. Smite. Storm. Ta-da! Hopefully you followed that logic there. Because I want to do the Holy Storm last of the blesses. And even though I want to do the flash after the blesses, I'd want to do the draw before the blesses. So it kind of worked out. Holy Nova not strong enough for me to warrant picking up. And nothing here is amazing. Yager's Cleaver is ironically useful on Reggie because he does a lot of hits. It's not much damage, but it is +1 damage. Probably more worthwhile than 37 gold. It's debatable there. The Vitality could go good on anyone. Warbanner is going to go on one of these two because it has increased. They both have too powerful. I think I'm more likely to get like a handbook or something on Magnus, so I'm going to put it on the mage. This Wolfskin Cloak is no good. I'm hoping to get Forest Crown still. So it's who's likely to need healing at the beginning of the fight. Probably Reggie, so I'll do Vitality and Amulet. Because Vitality is technically 15 healing that decays, and then the 12 HP is just a buffer of HP. Like, I don't know. They're just the way Vitality works. So 92% chance, and then if I crit, I get lots of buffs. Otis is a little hurt. It's whether or not I want to gamble for the buffs. I think I'd rather just go fast. Because if I take the gamble and I get a crit success, I get Vitality as well as speed. But I'm happy just with what I got. Shoot. Shoot. I have to... I don't know if he does a Dispel 2 or Dispel 3. So I need to apply the Intimidate here first. Because if it's a Dispel 2, I can keep the vulnerable stacks. Because this Burn and this Sanctified did not hit the tree. If one of them hit the tree, I'm pretty sure he dispels. What is he? Is it doing it this turn? When he dispels, I don't think I'm going to keep the vulnerable. Is what I'm getting at, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Sam, I am. I want to kill this Dryad this round. So even though I could vulnerable the tree, I won't. Who is least resistant to? Because most tree damage, there's some slashing, there's some fire, and there's some, holy, and there's some burning. So it's all down the left side. So it's who has the lowest left side resists. So I think we'll go with Reggie. And Reggie is also going to hurt himself this round, so Reggie all around. Just more. I did this all wrong, but it's fine. I'm just trying to put stack as many debuffs on the tree because of dispels. And the order of the debuffs on the tree matter, and I don't think I succeeded on doing any of it correct. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Healing Rain? I have a flash. I kind of want to do that before the blesses, but I have enough energy that even if I draw a storm, I can cast it. So I'll smite, flash over here in case I draw the storm. I did not draw the storm. Oh, but that's dead to burning anyway. Yeah, so we're fine. And Trunky does not matter. It is only the main man. Okay, so goal here is play as few cards as possible. I still want to apply vulnerable, but none of the rest of this matters. I'd like to give cards to Reggie, but none of this rest matters. The flare's pretty good, and the fiery shield's pretty good. I'm just going to hurt myself a bit doing so. Yeah, that's fine. I'm adding thorns, but I'm also removing thorns. So as long as I'm doing enough, like the one regen's not that big a deal, to be honest. Dedox to draw a card. Would I draw Prayer Protection? I think this one's worth it. And I also don't have courage here. I gotta do the courage. Seven, 8, 9. Yep, that's enough. I don't need to do the Healing Rain, so it's just smite, storm. Round 2 of the tree. Acceptable. Protect from evil. I'm about to go to a town and I'm about to upgrade it. Did that protect from evil? Yes, please. Holy Fire. I don't know if I'm stacking enough fire to want this yet, but getting it for free is kind of a big deal. It's just, I don't want it to be a dead card for most of the career. I'm about to go to town, so I could craft a Scorching Ray on Cornelius and kind of get that fire going a little better. But Cornelius isn't running through his deck nearly as fast as Reggie, so Reggie's going to hit the Holy Fire twice by the time that Cornelius hits his once, and I do have to upgrade it. And I really think it's the requiring the upgrade that's going to make me say no to this. Like, I'd like it, but I'd really like an upgraded it. And I hear Radiant Assault is good now, but having to upgrade it, just I don't have the resources to do so. Librarian's not bad to get Cornelius's deck to hum faster, because I do have the Scrolls of Intellect. Is that the same arguments applying here though? I just think I like Librarian more. So we're gonna pause a second while I consider my. It's 57 shards. I'll just make that decision later when I'm in town and stuff. Because I forgot. This is just gonna be Act 1 video. Ooh, so there's a reinforced armor and Force Crown. Yes, we got it. Not guaranteed, but it's a big deal. 6. So I can do 6 resistances or round shield for Otis, or 50 gold. I think it's kind of fun to just have thorns on Otis just for funsies. Not that it's good, but it's just fun. Leather gloves is an upgrade to gloves, but probably not worth 50 gold for one powerful. So the only thing I'm really considering here is the Shield of Thorns or the reinforced armor on someone. Because the reinforced armor is probably better than Cloak of Evasion. But to be real, I might just take the gold. 7 all resist is pretty good. This is normally why I exit right there before I do anything. And yeah, I think we're going to Act 2 next. Or Red next, I mean, for Act 2. And that's where we're going to end today's video. I'll do another video to continue this run, and we'll do Act 2. And like I said, there should be just 4 videos going through all the acts, and I will catch you later. Peace.